I suck at making YouTube videos. I had to tell myself this because it was honest feedback to myself about 30 days ago. And as a result, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go on an adventure and I'm going to make sure that I post one video for 30 days onto YouTube consistently, come hell or high water. And so that is what I'm doing right now. Today is day 30 of my 30-day challenge. I'm going to give you the 5 things that I have learned through this process because it helped me break through a lot of mental barriers and it helped me become a better content creator. The reality is, though, a lot of these videos got very little views. A lot of the videos, were lackluster, left a lot to be desired as far as the viewership. But I learned so much through the process, and I'm going to go into those 5 things right now. So thing number 1 was the importance of thumbnails and titles. Look, if you are in marketing, the one thing I think everybody should understand is the importance of copywriting. And copywriting, I'm going to say, it's not necessarily just written word, but it's anything that is, whether it's you're saying it out loud, you're talking to somebody, it's in a video, it's written as the title of or the subject of an email, of a video, the first sentence in a blog post, whatever it is. The point of copywriting from a marketing perspective is to make sure that the next thing is then read or listened to or watched. So the first word should compel the person to listen to the next thing or to read the next thing. And then the first sentence should make them want to read or listen or watch the next sentence, and so on. You want to create a slipstream of value so that somebody's watching this and then it's like as if time goes by. When you walk out of a movie, you don't even realize that the 2 hours have passed. It's because it was really good at making you anticipate and want to watch the next part. You were interested. It was valuable. It was entertaining. And so with copywriting, with YouTube videos, the reality is that the thing that makes the whole difference of whether somebody's going to watch the video or not is the thumbnail and the title. And so the way I started looking at it, thinking about it after watching what worked and what didn't work, is that the thumbnail was the first thing people often see after they search, or whether it's on their home YouTube page or whatever. So the thumbnail needs to catch somebody's attention. And then it needs to create a curiosity gap between that and what the title is so that somebody will logically shift over, start reading the title, and there's enough curiosity that is created based off of what's in the image, or maybe a word or two on the image, and then what's in the title, so that somebody cannot go on with their day without clicking on that gosh darn thing. Now, I'm not saying clickbait. You have to make sure that the value you're providing after that is actually being you're actually making right on what you're promising to deliver, right? Because otherwise your video is going to fail anyways, because the viewership, the audience retention is going to be so low that nobody's going to continue watching it, and then the algorithm is just going to kill your video. Clickbait will not withstand the test of time. So again, point number 1, the most important thing, if you want somebody to watch something in the first place, is they need to click on it. It doesn't matter how good your video is. If the thumbnail and the title don't compel somebody to click it, you just wasted a lot of time. Now, thing number 2 is storytelling. My average videos the retention rate after the first 30 seconds were somewhere between 60-70%, right? I just made a video a couple of days ago that had 93% of those watching it still watching it after the 30-second mark. And the thing that pushed me to do this was I watched a video on somebody talking about storytelling, and I also read a thread on the new Instagram thread where a guy explained how the golden standard shouldn't be the 30-second mark, but it should be the 1-minute mark. Can you make 70% of your people still watching at the 1-minute mark? And so I changed my mindset, and I was like, I'm going to achieve that for this video. So I'm going to weave in an awesome story, and I'm going to make somebody watch it for at least 70% of the people. So 7 out of the 10 people that click and start watching, I want 7 out of 10 of them to still be watching at the 1-minute mark. And I pretty sure I achieved that because 93% of them were watching still at the 30-second mark. And again, the way I did this was storytelling. I started off with a story, and then I made sure that it made right on the promise of the topic of the video. And so you got to give people what they want and then deliver what they need, right? You want people to click and start watching because it's something that they want, but then you also have to deliver what they need. It's kind of like when you're putting vegetables mixing it into something for your children. You as the content creator want to deliver value, and sometimes surface level titles and topics aren't exactly valuable. But if you can dig deeper and you can weave that in to show somebody what real value is, you're making right on your promise, and you're giving them the best gift of all. You gave them the opportunity to click and to watch that value in the first place. So again, that's my mindset on this stuff. It's not clickbait. It's actually, working with human beings in a very distracted world and giving them value the right way through digital media. Okay. Thing number 3 was creativity. I found out that by being in this state where I had to produce content consistently for every single day, basically, that was going to start my creative juices pumping in a completely different way. I basically re-engineered and rewired my brain to think differently, to be more creative. Whether it was successful or not, that's not the point. The point was I started stretching my imagination and started thinking about things differently. And I watched a TED Talk by OK Go, the famous band that does all the crazy videos for their music. And they talked about how their creative process isn't always mapped out up front. They aren't some geniuses that come up with an idea and just know it off the go. What they do is they put themselves into a creative environment where all they're doing is creating, and things just start happening. If you're not in that environment, if you're not just doing and stumbling through things and making mistakes, you're never actually going to create those masterpieces. And so that's what I tried to do with this 30-day challenge, is to just put myself in an environment where I'm forced to create, and then something is going to happen. A spark would light, and I know that I'm going to be more successful with these videos down the road. Now, the 4th thing is accepting sucking. Like, these videos, a lot of them sucked, and a lot of them fell flat, and I am not that good at making videos, but I'm getting better. And the mindset of accepting that you suck is actually going to help you succeed. I listened to Alex Hormozy talk about this the other day, and so in my opinion, this was a great way for me to just kind of get the rust off, accept that I'm sucking, and look forward positively to doing bigger, better videos down the road. The 5th thing is, this allowed me to get in front of my community. I started communicating with ADPI, our active duty passive income Facebook group of close to 70,000 members at the time of this recording. And oftentimes, a lot of our members didn't even realize that we were a business, that we were an education community business, and that we help serve our community by educating them on how to invest in real estate, how to make more money, and how to do this while you're in the military or after, and to transition way more comfortably, create passive income and active income and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of our members didn't even realize that we were a company. So by publishing a lot of these YouTube videos and by getting in front of my community to look for feedback, I realized that there was a gap in the understanding of what we were for a lot of our community. And so this gave me an opportunity to answer questions. It's gave me an opportunity to get in front of a camera, not scripted, and just talk to our community. This was an incredible, it was difficult at times, okay? It was difficult to kind of just, I wasn't speaking off the cuff because a lot of this just rolled off the tongue because I live this every day. We live to serve our community every single day. We are constantly obsessed about how to make sure people succeed in our community. That's how our business runs. But it was still difficult to read some of these comments and realize that some people just were negative about this. Some people have been obviously hurt by other veteran companies or just been taken advantage of. I don't know, whether it's the 20% loan on a Camaro across the street from the gate, right, to base or whatever. And a lot of those stereotypes, a lot of that that culture of be on the lookout, you're going to get screwed over, affects brands. It affects military brands especially, because military are actually sometimes even more apprehensive of other military. So what I found out is that I need to do a better job as the CEO and founder of being in front of our community and talking about what we do and what our mission is, which is to impact positively, financially, 3 million military families in the next 10 years. And so I believe that these YouTube videos are going to be the way that I get to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. This was Mark Yancich. This was day 30. Thank you. I'll see you later. Oh, please like and subscribe and share this with some other people. See ya.